Those Damn Ross Kids is a podcast for adults, and the opinions we express do not reflect the opinions of our employers or even ourselves. If you would like to support the show, go to Duckfeed.tv/tipjar and check out our Patreon campaign.
You're in control. You run this show.
I'm just a passenger, honestly.
It's kind of like a I don't know, it's like some sort of rock star, maybe a playwright or something at the peak of their career. And they say, I don't give these rubes what they want. I tell them what they want.
Those Damn Ross Kids, a conversation between brothers, featuring Kris and Kole Ross.
I should be concerned about how much on-air material is about how bad Skype is, but we rely on it so much.
Well, I'm sure there's another way to do it.
Not really. Nothing that works as good as this. Strangely enough.
There is not another service like Skype.
Skype is the one that, as far as I have experienced in looking at stuff, has the best sound out of anything. The user experience is a garbage fire, but when it is working well, it sounds very good.
Oh, so it's stable.
No, it's not stable at all.
Oh, okay.
It's just that most of the time it sounds better than the other stuff compared to things like Discord or Mumble.
So what you're saying is it's a flawless product that we endorse wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
For the purpose of intercoursing each other on podcasts.
Yeah, and I think that everybody should use it, and they're a fool if they don't.
But only for intercoursing one another.
Right.
So I should tell you, I am laying on my bed right now.
Why?
Because Cole, it rained in my basement.
Why did it rain in your basement, Kris?
Because I tell the rubes what they want.
And what they want is a
rain in the basement.
Right. You made it rain.
Oh, shit, Cole.
Yeah. And by make it rain, I don't mean you lit a match under a sprinkler head in the club.
No, I just keep my gardening tools in the basement, Yeah. When I make it rain, them hose get wet.
Jesus. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. But yeah, no. You tell the people what they want, and what they want is for you to
make it rain in my basement.
Right. And specifically,
so there was a source of water, right?
The source of water, your kitchen sink.
Sure. And it just it kept going and going and going until the point that it actually filled the kitchen, and then crept through the floorboards all over the place, as though actually if it was like a perfectly drawn cartoon character that got shot in the abdomen.
What?
Where like it actually sprinkles out like they were watering plants.
Oh yeah,
they get shot and then they drink water and
right. It's like they're a full sieve. Yeah,
right. Not what happened when I shot my classmates. Fuck you, cartoons.
Right.
But yeah, so it rained all over the basement, all over my laundry area, and all over the I don't know what to say impromptu, but some sort of like maybe a refugee or Bin Laden type lair that I had created for my computer downstairs.
Right. For filming hostage videos and such.
Yes, right.
And
so I have yet to recover that entire situation.
Right. So we were originally going to record yesterday, and I heard about your predicament from Mom, and I was like, yeah, this is probably not happening because that area is right underneath your kitchen.
So it could have happened. It was just this, it is what it is.
Right. Well, it's not that easy to be funny when you're, panicked about a goof,
When you've got like tens of thousands of dollars worth of shit stacked on top of your ping pong table, hoping that as soon as it dries out, it might work.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Is your sauna okay?
Yeah, the microphone works though.
That's good.
I had that hanging from the rafters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't exactly know how wet it got, but it works. So
Well,
I don't think it got very wet though.
that's fine. That's good. Yeah.
Not like them hose.
them hose is ruined.
Rakes. That sounds bad. That sounds worse than ratchet, doesn't it?
What did you leave?
Maybe it means you don't have crabs.
You wanna make sure it's like how I brush my beard every day. You rake it out.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
You don't do that?
I'm trying to figure out what might come out of it. That's all I was thinking.
Nothing.
Like, what do you do that over? Do you do it over the sink? Do you have a drop cloth?
A tarpaulin.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No.
I don't know what that is, but
tarp. I just said tarp in an old timey way. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thought it was a way that something that bees use to cover their boat.
Yeah, for when they go boating.
Right.
No, I do it over my sink. I've got like a badger hairbrush, and just you get out of the shower, you brush your hair, and then you grab the brush, and you just brush your beard a little bit, and it keeps it nice.
Yeah, we all can dream.
You're not like brushing anything out of it. I tend to keep on pretty vigilant crumb watch.
That's good.
Yeah.
You ever get like sprinkles when you don't remember eating sprinkles?
It's a little bit of it's like excavation. Like, when was the last time I ate ice cream? That was a while ago.
That looks like crunch coat.
Crunch coat. What did so you turned on your sink and then you left the room?
They're details.
I want to know. I'm not putting you on blast. Okay, so I'm not putting you on.
I went about the rest of my routine.
Right.
And then I heard the sounds of the rainforest.
Well, then you heard the slosh, right?
Well, yeah, I heard rain.
Right.
So it's like, where's that coming from? Oh, my house.
Yeah, this is my house now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That area where I do this, and that area where I do my schoolwork, which I'm stupid enough to have restarted.
Right.
Which is good. I mean, I'm going to school because I'm stupid enough to go. Right. So maybe it'll all come out in the wash,
Yeah, if you're stupid enough to go to school, going to school will make you smart enough to not do that again.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I just think that the flexibility of teaching will be a good thing, and that way I can just quit my job and.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm trying to see how it's going to work out for you.
I'm the trial balloon.
If it ends in some sort of shock and all flame ball.
It ends with me ends with a standoff with the county.
Which I think is going to be an appetizer on the menu at the restaurant that I open.
Ooh, yeah.
The shock and all flame ball.
Yeah. In memoriam.
It's just Bananas Foster.
Well, yeah. But I mean, you got to brand it, Why should Foster get all the credit?
I don't know. Why is Alaska the only place that can get baked?
Yeah.
Come on. That was solid.
What?
I said, come on, that was solid.
I just like a place getting baked is the thing. I know you were going for a double entendre, but
fancy.
Yeah. No. I ask because I'm terrified of what happened to you happening of that happening to me. That
that's like your worst fear of like if your roof just lifted up and water dumped all over your tech area.
Yeah. So the nice part is, so I've been on both sides of this, right? So the first apartment that I had down here, I was on the second floor, and then I was on the first floor, and then I was on the second floor, right? Mm-hmm. And in both cases, I was worried about some kind of water catastrophe because I would feel terrible if I was on the second floor, did what you did, committed your particular crime. And ruined like the downstairs neighbor, like that would just be terrible. But when I lived downstairs, when I lived in a different apartment, but on a first floor apartment below somebody, I was absolutely terrified of of the same thing happening to me.
Right.
Yeah, and so like I think that there's nothing that will make this better, and I don't know what to do next.
I don't know either. We should just fall into that hole of watching old people try lean.
Hey Mildred, are you Ternt?
I am Ternt.
Hey Mildred. Oh man. Yeah.
I haven't been this Ternt since I thought Dewey won.
Yeah. Oh. I haven't felt this alive since I met a senator.
Ooh.
Oh man.
That's good. If I could think of an old-timey senator, I would.
Most of the ones I know became presidents.
Word.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah. Well, sorry about your basement.
Yeah, it happened.
Also,
You're
sorry
bent.
about your floor. Like, did that fuck up your hardwood floor?
Oh, my hardwood is all fucked.
Jeez. Well,
Right
you were
behind.
you were gonna replace your kitchen anyway. So
Yeah. Just knock a hole where that once was.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. It's just is that how you get a split level? Is that how you get a split level?
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Okay.
What?
No,
are we gonna do the episode thing? Do you know what episode this is?
I think so. It's 220. Hey, Chris, what episode is this?
It's episode number 220 of the Internet by Nature. I guess a podcast. Yeah, Internet comedy podcast. Those damn Ross kids.
Yeah, your name is.
I am Chris,
and I'm Kole, and we're here to entertain your asses, not just with stories of personal house mishaps, but also things that
for
are
mischief. Seems
but yeah,
that way it seems intended.
It's like you're playing tricks on the most expensive thing you own.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Playing tricks.
Yeah, just getting into monkey shines, you know?
I have been using your word at work.
My word.
Yeah.
What is my
trim?
I don't think that's my word. I think that's just a way to say it that's funny.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I try to make you say that, and I make my kids say, "Cash me outside." How about that?
What?
Yeah, it's good.
Can you do that louder and slower?
Cash me outside. How about that?
Is that like a Matthew McConaughey thing? What are you
No,
talking
it's from
about?
Dr. Phil, man.
What?
You don't know about Cash Me Outside? How about that?
No, I don't know about Cash Me Outside. How about that?
Yeah, it was this, I don't know, this incorrigible teenage girl that was on Dr. Phil.
Okay.
And, the crowd was giving her the business.
Yeah. I mean, like it's a time-honored tradition of daytime television of the person who has ruined their life but is unrepentant about it.
Right. So
Yeah.
basically, Dr. Phil is like Springer MD.
Right. Now I got to tell you have to stop taking out payday loans. Yeah.
I don't know. So there's a girl and she's telling the crowd that basically catch me outside and we'll see what's up.
Oh, challenging them to parking lot fights.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't sound nearly as cool when you say it. How's about you and I engage in jousting in the parking lot?
Yes. But perchance some fisticuffs on the macadam. What the fuck are you talking about?
You and I are engaging in nothing.
Yeah. So cash me outside. How about that?
Right.
So that your daughter says that.
Oh, she actually showed me a video of Dr. Phil.
Oh yeah.
This girl that said that she believed that she was pregnant with Jesus. She was like, 9 months pregnant with Jesus.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be so, eating their hat.
I'm gonna I'll show you all when he comes.
Right.
When he emerges fully formed. She realizes that the miracles don't happen until much, much later, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I ran that down for you, that whole thing about the Y chromosome disappearing.
You did, yeah.
I did, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You also, I need you to relay the joke that your daughter said about the place that closed down, because because that is still, I think about that when I'm alone in my house, which is all the time, and I just laugh and laugh. And
what's the place? It's called Charlie's Subs or something to that effect.
Something like that. So in the town where we live, the Taco Bell moved, and an establishment took its place that served primarily the cheesesteak sandwiches that are famous in Philadelphia. Okay.
I never ordered one of those, but anyway, so it closed because for the same reason Taco Bell moved. It's a shitty location.
Right. It's like it's on a main intersection, but it's impossible to get into and out of.
Right. Yeah. You would have to essentially believe that you want a cheesesteak and or a taco bad enough that it will be your last meal
right,
to get in and out of there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's they're in the process of boarding it up. It's clearly way closed, and the kid says, "Oh, look, that place got closed down. I'll bet you it was for selling horse meat." And I said, "Why would you say that? Did you hear that?" And she said, "Well, it says Philly steaks."
Oh, that's fucking funny, man.
Right. And she's never seen an episode of Hey Dude.
So she just picked up. She just absorbed the horse terminology elsewhere.
Like she lived on a farm her whole life.
Yeah. Huh. You ever try to sit her down and show you bad kids TV from when we were young?
No. I
should show her the
I show her the adult shows, like Cheers and Frasier.
See, that's the thing though. Like you've
MASH.
got her into the pattern that we fell into, where you're showing her stuff. You're getting her to like things from way before her time, so she has no common point of reference with everybody else. No, I just like to sit down, because shows like Hey Dude and Salute Your Shorts definitely available on YouTube and definitely unwatchable.
Oh, is it bad?
It's real bad. The adventures of Ernst and Brad and Lucy. All those kids and adults at the Hey Dude Ranch.
Oh,
yeah.
What about Pete and Pete?
Pete and Pete holds up. Pete and Pete was produced on some measure of a budget, and you'll also like watch that and say, oh, there's also like a bunch of like alt and post-punk like crazy art musicians that just have cameos or guest roles or stuff. Like, oh, like here's Michael Stipe. Yeah. No, Pete and Pete is it is a different beast.
Okay.
I don't know where you watch Pete and Pete, but it's there. Yeah. What?
That's funny. It's the story.
Oh, okay. Well, Chris, tell me the story that you're laughing at.
An enterprising young Girl Scout showed a natural instinct for capitalism when she set up outside of a California marijuana dispensary and sold over 300 boxes of cookies in 6 hours.
You got to go where the hungry people are. I mean, I realize that's a shitty weed joke, but like, if there's foot traffic into and out of a dispensary, then do it.
So the dispensary may have helped her break the rules, because they posted a photo of her on Instagram with a message, "Come get some Girl Scout cookies with your GSC today." And of course, GSC is Girl Scout cookies, the strain of medical marijuana.
Okay.
Yeah. So come get your Girl Scout cookies with your GSC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I guess that's not good, because you can't advertise like that.
You can't use a kid. You can't just be like, hey.
And evidently you can't sell cookies outside of a pot shop either.
You can sell special cookies inside of the pot shop.
Yeah. The Urban Leaf dispensary evidently is not on the Girl Scouts list of approved locations.
Oh,
to set up a cookie selling booth.
What right does the Girl Scouts of America have to pick winners and losers like that? This is an enterprising young woman who has found demand and has said, like, hey, I'm going to go here. This is perfectly legal.
Kind of. See, she was selling the cookies from a red wagon. So now the Girl Scouts are trying to figure out whether she was actually on Urban Leaf property.
Oh,
because you can just pull a wagon down the sidewalk. And,
right. I mean, yeah, like a red wagon is technically international waters. They can't get you. It's like it's like putting a 3-card money rig on the back of like a tractor trailer.
Yeah,
you're technically not posted up.
Which is why I'm trying to figure out why people keep doing these mobile meth labs in cars. Just do it in a wagon.
Yeah. Radio fly or do it. Come on.
Do it.
Yeah. No. So am I to believe that whenever I see the Girl Scout cookie salespeople like out in front of the Kroger specifically, like here, it's never in front of Meijer. It's always in front of Kroger when I walk in, and they shake me down. That's because they have worked out a deal that, like, yeah, we're just going to set up a store outside the store that is run primarily on a guilt-based economy.
Hey, if you really want to screw with a Girl Scout, what you need to do is next time they hit you up, you say, "Oh my gosh, this is so great! I actually have this thing going on at church. How many boxes do you have? Because I'll take them all." And then when they tell you how many they have, and you pull out your wallet, you say, "Oh, I am so sorry. I only have $10."
Just get their hopes up.
Got any kind of Jizo discount? Or?
Do you have any kind of I want to get into heaven discount?
You have that?
We have a lot of very hungry parishioners and also hungry parishioners.
Before you answer that, let me ask you this: do you love your family?
Yeah. I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a Thin Mint today. Yeah. I don't know.
It get thicker.
Yeah.
I
always bought Girl Scout cookies from people at work because somehow in my head I think it's cheaper when you do it that way. I feel like just because it's a delayed gratification thing, they just put the sign up sheet out there. I think it's like $3 a box instead of $4 a box or whatever they charge out in front of a store. Yeah, I'm not willing to pay an immediacy tax for a mint cookie I can get any time of the year.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've really maybe bought them one time, and that was from some door-to-door last year, I think.
I'm surprised they still let them do that, actually. I know
parents have to be with them and all that.
Yeah, I know we just joked about posting up in front of a dispensary. But yeah, I remember doing that with like, oh gosh, the popcorn. Remember selling popcorn and going door to door?
I remember the popcorn thing, but I don't remember doing door to door. I don't even really remember selling it.
No, it was always the case where mom was like, can we just give the school money? And nobody liked doing that because what's that?
And not do this.
Right. Which is perfectly reasonable. But then you realize that it's a gigantic scam and you can't just give money directly to the school because it has to be a situation where in order to fulfill their contract, they work with a company that takes a majority of the profits and then gives a little bit to the school itself. Right.
Exactly. Yeah. Just take all the money. It would be a better deal, but people are, oh no.
What? Chris, don't say oh no in the middle of a sentence. Did you leave the sink on again?
Oh my God. So, I'm going on a trip with the kid to national parks or whatever.
Right.
And I've been reading about different things that you got to go see or whatever. Mm-hmm. And there's this place in Zion National Park. It's called Angel's Landing. And I guess back in the 1850s when whoever saw whatever, the first white guy that actually commented on it.
Right.
It's called Angel's Landing because only an angel could land there. It's so remote and cliffed and stuff.
Right.
Anyway, so they've put, driven these steel pipes into the ground and there's, guide chains that you hang on to.
Right.
No big deal. Anyway, there's an article, hence my oh no. that said a 13-year-old girl fell to her death from the trail. And I had actually planned on going and doing that.
Right. Now you're having
I don't know how many millions of other people, but I have a 12-year-old girl, and 13 doesn't seem too far away.
Right.
Maybe if I take her there, she won't ever see 13, but
yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, dead girls.
Yeah. Well, I heard a news story about a tour chopper that went down over the Grand Canyon, and I thought of you. I thought of you and your daughter.
I thought of MASH.
It spun in.
There were no survivors.
Yeah. No, I thought like I know you would. A tour helicopter of the Grand Canyon seems a little bit extravagant.
It seems a lot of bit.
Yeah. So I figured.
I think I'd probably just pull up Google Earth before I paid for that.
Pull up Google Earth on your Google Cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you don't have to lighten your Google Wallet. The future's weird.
Yeah, in the future, everything is double branded.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the kid, we were in a thrift store the other day, and I want to say that it was on a pair of shoes or something, but the kid said, "What is that?" And I said, "That is a Tommy Hilfiger logo." And then she's like, "What is Tommy Hilfiger?" I'm like, "Well, it's a clothing brand, or it was at one time." And things, and it's an example of when you let, Trump voters buy your fashion. She didn't really understand that, but
so she had
one
never.
Day
she'll get it here.
She had no idea what a Tommy Hilfiger was or should be.
Okay, weird.
Right.
Just tell her like, oh, it was like Juicy Couture, but in the 90s.
Drier.
But yeah, much drier, a much thirstier couture.
Right.
Yeah.
Harshed couture.
Yeah, or like what? American Eagle, Hollister. What is the brand that is making people feel ostracized? Or no, she doesn't have a point of reference for that because they have uniforms.
Yeah, but she said that they know.
Oh, there's poor kid uniform. And
yeah, there's poor kid uniform, and then she said it with the girls and some of the guys. I guess it's all about accessorizing. that's what's hot here,
right? Just the way you said that was very funny to me. So it's all about accessorizing. So I mean, uniforms, like they're going to find a way to make each other feel bad, regardless.
Yeah, but she said it's nothing in your face.
Right.
But no, there's been no brand that has emerged.
Huh. Weird.
I mean, I can ask her. She's here.
Yeah. No, that's fine. We don't need to do market research for anybody.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I just remember like it was always Hollister and whatever when I was in high school. Hollister,
yeah,
American Eagle and stuff.
Well, let's see. It was Hollister or it was Abercrombie, and then towards the end of my shiz, it was Hollister too. But then there was budget Aeropostale.
Yeah, Aeropostale was always a little bit of the poor kid version of that. Like
right.
you cared about it, but you didn't care enough to really go. Basically, like it was whatever.
I did.
What's that?
I said I had some of it, and then there was American Eagle too. That was also a thing.
American Eagle was the big one, but I think that like what ruined it for a lot of people was like whatever brand you couldn't get locally, like whatever wasn't at the mall. Like, oh, we had to go to Easton to get this button-down shirt or whatever, and then they put in a fucking American Eagle, and then all of a sudden, like it lost its clout.
Oh, it seems like that American Eagle's been there forever.
Yeah, well, it'll all close down eventually. That mall's on its last legs and has been for 12 years.
It is. They're actually letting tenants close early.
What?
Yeah, they're letting tenants kind of set their own hours. So like the
no big deal.
The head shop and the massage parlor and the other head shop and the baseball card place, they get to just close whenever they want to.
It's been forever since I've been in that mall. Head shops, really?
Yeah, it's kind of like a craft store with a bong section.
Vases, Chris. They're vases.
Vase.
Yeah, they're vases that happen to have carburetors, in case you need to let all the water out at once.
Give a boost to your plastic plants.
Yeah. Don't smoke plastic plants. It's a very bad idea.
Word.
You get cling wrap lung. You're in school.
I am.
You ever had an argument with a professor?
Yeah, but not because I do the distance thing.
Right.
Because if I had to sit in a classroom and make people visually make it appear as though I was believing that what they were saying was true and accurate, it wouldn't work. So yeah, from a distance, you're doing emails and occasionally some phone calls, but those are usually only to their superiors to remind them that I'm the customer.
Right. Yeah.
I assume that's probably more than you needed to know in order to set this up, but
no. I'm curious how it goes because I have my own answer for this, but I'll tell the story. There's a student at Southern New Hampshire University who got her professor let go, got her professor fired. However, it's for good reason. Her professor wanted to fail her because she said that Australia was a country. So she's writing, just someone writes a paper and says oh, Australia, it's like a big country, whatever. And the professor's like, no, that's not right. Australia's a continent, but it's not a country. So I'm gonna fail you. She was working toward an online sociology degree, so who knows, what string this professor was. And I'm not a person who's like, we're gonna take college professors down a peg, but this is a little bit egregious. I'm like, yeah, no. So Southern New Hampshire University, put out an apology tweet. They let the professor go because they didn't think that Australia was a country. Australia is a continent, not a country.
It's both. They're not mutually exclusive. I gather, first off, that Southern New Hampshire place has commercials on television.
Right. So it's a little bit like in the realm of a Phoenix.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure. Maybe a little bit better, but no, it's not good. And the bar is not very high for these online facilitators of learning. Mm-hmm. That's for sure. I mean, particularly in 2-year programs, because they have people with bachelor's degrees that are teaching at technical schools and community colleges and shit.
I say this as somebody who has a bachelor's degree. Nobody should trust me if I tell them what is right and what is real.
Well, if you would have learned the skill, maybe.
Whatever.
Trade.
Yeah.
Maybe bricklaying.
Something constructive, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In real life, not just Minecraft. You don't do that, do you?
I did. I had a Minecraft phase.
Did you have a Second Life phase?
No.
I did.
I went around and made fun of people in Second Life. I trolled and stuff, but never. Yeah. No. I played a good deal of Minecraft back when it first came out in 2009, 2010, and then a little bit more with people at work in 2013, but never recently. It's very weird to see what it's become, but I gave you a serious answer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
I don't even remember the question.
You were talking about learning a trade and laying bricks.
Oh, yeah, bricklaying and stuff, right? Yeah. I wish I would have.
Yeah.
That way I didn't have to learn everything that I know on YouTube.
which is totally the way that happens, right? Instead of getting lectures, you get articles and you get and you get YouTube links, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
It's all open source.
Did you say open source or open source?
Both.
No. Alexa, stop. Sorry, she was firing off in the background. Yeah.
So the maker of OxyContin is going to stop promoting the opioid drug to doctors.
I saw that just before I hopped on. It wasn't part of my official pre-pro. But yeah, apparently it was the case where they like, I guess so Purdue had a fleet of salespeople who would just go around to doctors' offices and say, hey, you know what you should prescribe? Oxycontin.
Damn it, doctor, he's only 10.
Well, only crush up half of the pill then. For
Jeez.
God's sake, we have a profit margin to take care of.
You are a doctor. Think it through.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're trying to change the image, I guess.
I think
attempts to shift its reputation from being one of the culprits in the opioid epidemic to being one of the companies trying to curtail it. They're trying to join the good side.
Yeah.
You know who's really good at solving problems? The people who made them.
Right. Yeah. Well, at least they're closing the barn door, after the horse has gone out and stolen all the copper from the surrounding neighborhoods.
Maybe they were just a pop-up.
Yeah.
Now they're going to go live on an island.
Yeah, but Australia is not a country. An Oxycontin. No, we were never trying to sell this. We were always telling people not to do this. Yeah. No, I never. The professors who were always worst about pushback on answers or whatever were the ones who taught science. Basically, any science class I took that first year, where all of the homework was done on like this online platform, or it was like a multiple choice thing that you registered in with a little remote. You go into class and then it'd pop up the questions, and you would press a button on a remote that you had to buy from the bookstore for $80 to take your quiz. And no, that's not right. That answer isn't right. Here's the actual answer, and I showed my work about how to get this. Like, I'm sorry, it's what the system says. Okay. Oh, well.
Nowadays, they just they're doing their work on their iPads. So if there's a question that's wrong or graded wrong, screenshot it and show it to the person the next day.
Yeah. No.
We are in the future.
Yeah, the future's weird. Hey, Chris, you got a story?
I do, but I'm trying to figure out what it's going to be. So there's this guy. His name's Tom Golisano. He's a millionaire, big time. I can't remember what his business was, though. I think he was making techs.
Or teching makes.
Right. Anyway, he's refusing to pay his New York property taxes in upstate, which amount to about $90,000 for the year. I guess it's in the Finger Lakes, wherever that is.
It's like upstate New York, I think, something like that.
People do in high school.
I fingered Lake.
You want to go up to Finger Lake? I guess it's better than Makeout Point. Is that where you go after Makeout Point? Just to Finger Lake?
It's a progression. It's like one of those progressive dinners where you have different courses in different people's houses.
Gotcha. So the reason that he won't. Oh, he was the founder of Paychecks, which I don't know what that is, but he was also the former owner of the Buffalo Sabres hockey team. Anyway, $90,000 he won't pay because there's too much Canadian goose poop. He says that his lawn is a minefield of poop and that's the town's fault. And so he's just not going to pay his school property taxes. That goes, you know what I mean? The property taxes that go to the school.
Right.
He says you can't walk barefoot, can't play Frisbee, can't have your grandchildren run around. Here I am paying all this money in taxes and I can't use my property because of the geese droppings.
Oh, man. If only I was rich enough to have the time to formulate that argument.
No, it goes further.
Okay.
Yeah. He's pledging to file a class action lawsuit on behalf of other upstate homeowners. And he's recently launched taxmypropertyfairly.com to give taxpayers the tools to challenge their bills. He says a lot of people are suffering significant injustice because of the assessment system. Oh shit! This guy, he was a 3-time gubernatorial candidate, and his wife is Monica Seles, the tennis player.
What?
Yeah. Anyway, he says she pays $4,000 a year or so on her New York City condo, which is assessed to $800,000. He says the home in the Rochester area at Upstate would have a $28,000 bill under the same assessment. So he said it's not fair. The assessment system of taxation on property is not fair, that it's higher in some areas and lower in others.
Which is the point, right? That different municipalities have their own rates and assess their own, like expensive property needs to pay more. Okay, I don't get his argument, but continue.
Well, he's basically just gotten shut down by the town.
Yeah.
When the town said it's a resident's problem to take care of, not the town's. It is a lake after all.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't. What does he expect the town to do? Like, oh my gosh, we're spending all this time not killing geese.
They're supposed to, if they take ropes and make a grid of ropes suspended a couple feet above the water, and they leave them on there for a while. When the geese come into land, they get clotheslined.
Well,
golf courses do it a lot.
I'm trying to imagine.
It's awesome.
I'm trying to imagine something you could do that wouldn't result in a goose getting clotheslined. Its body's 90% neck.
I guess, yeah. No, yeah, you grid of ropes and even a little elevated, and when they come in for a landing, they go all Owen Hart.
This has been Those Damn Ross Kids.
Was it Owen Hart or Bret Hart who fell from the rafters and died?
Owen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I laughed at the one who died.
I want to make sure I laughed at the one that's dead. Yeah, you did.
Okay, cool.
Good work.
Jake the Snake.
Oh, that was a sad movie.
What?
There was a documentary about him.
About Jake the Snake?
Yeah, he's a tragic character.
I mean, every wrestler is 90 years old at the age of 40, so
yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
where's Mankind?
They're all dead. They're all dead or dying.
Mm-hmm. Charlie ate my finger.
Hey, Chris, want me to tell them what they can do?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Go to patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv if you would like to. There you can support the network, support all the different shows and things like that. Also, we're on Facebook, facebook.com/Those Damn Ross Kids if you want to like that or suggest stories or things like that. I watch for those. And also iTunes ratings and reviews help as well. Did I forget anything, Chris?
No, you got it.
All right. Sorry, America.
Sorry.